I have to admit that I lied to you. When I said that Israel's response to the Iranian missiles was a bunch of quadcopters, well, I wasn't being entirely honest. There was quite a significant response from the Israelis, and it looks something like this. Yes, that's right. So the Israelis didn't just send up drones, a few drones or a few quadcopters into the air. They sent a lot of planes back to Europe where they belong. This is the site of decolonization. These are invaders, these are thieves who have come to my country, who have stolen land, and who are now fucking back off to where they came from. All right? Obviously, when I say my country, I mean, I was born in Damascus. To me, Greater Syria, this is Palestine included, okay? It's the same thing. The only people who carved out Israel and who, decided that Palestine should be separate are the imperialists in London and Paris and in Tel Aviv. Nobody else. So look at this video. This is from the Israeli channel.
Ben Gurion Airport. Today was supposed to be the busiest day since October 7th, with more than 55,000 passengers, now closing with only 30,000 passengers after more than 6 hours where the airspace of Israel was closed. It was resumed and reopened at 7 a.m. and instead of 380 flights, only 160 flights went through today. And while all Israeli airlines was opened, only a few of the foreign airlines returned. An official tells us exclusively that the CEO of Ben Gurion Airport sent a letter to the foreign airlines saying that it's safe to fly to Israel. And since the missiles were not aimed to the center of Israel or the airport, so whoever is wanting to fly to Israel or from Israel in the next couple of days, it is safe to check with the specific airline.
She's the only Semite that I've ever seen on Israeli TV that was who's actually a Semite. I mean, she looks like she could be Iranian. She could maybe be Ethiopian. I don't know, but she actually looks Semitic, unlike the Schlesinger, who I showed you earlier, who went on his rant saying there should be rivers of blood flowing out of Gaza. He's so angry. It's so funny, really. I find these people so funny. They're so butthurt that they're losing. But honestly, like she looks like she's from the region. Netanyahu is obviously not. The people that created Israel don't look like her. They're white Europeans. What does this clip tell us? It doesn't just show us that the Israelis are cowards. It also shows us that they're not willing to die for the land because it's not theirs. Someone who is Palestinian, they have nothing but Palestine. Where are they going to go? To China? To Brooklyn? No, they're in Palestine. There's nothing but Palestine. So they have no choice but to fight. They have no choice. These people, they have multiple passports. This is something they don't tell you. Israelis, being the colonizers that they are, they usually have 2 passports. Now they'll come and tell you, well, no, that's not true. It's only 10% or so. They'll make up some number to you. I really don't give a crap. Where do your parents come from? Your grandparents? Are they not from Eastern Europe? The answer is yes. Thank you. You're a colonizer. Because you didn't emigrate here. You came and you killed, you murdered, you stole, you occupy. You're still occupying. That's colonialism. That's settler colonialism. Completely different game. So a lot of them have 2 passports from their parents or from their grandparents' country, right? So they just go to the airport. Instead of fighting, they run to the airport. This was their response to Iranian missiles. It was, let's go to the airport. Let's run away. Well, thank you, because this is the most peaceful solution. No one has to get hurt. You can just go back to your country. Don't stop killing Palestinians and taking hostages and putting them in prison with administrative detention and stealing land. Just go back to your country where you come from and leave Palestine for the Palestinians. This is the most diplomatic, peaceful solution you can wish for. Just go home. That's it. Right? That's it. Nothing else. And it shows you that you always lose when you go to war with the native population. Someone who's from Vietnam is going to fight the Americans till they go back home, right? Or fight the French rather, because the French tried to colonize it. The Americans invaded and occupied. Or in Algeria, someone who's from Algeria is going to keep fighting the French till they fuck off back home. And this is the same thing. This is a war of national liberation that is not going to end until the Israelis leave. The sad thing is that you got Jews in Israel who don't come from Brooklyn, like most Israelis. And they come from Arabic countries. So these people need to be resettled in the Arabic countries, and they need to be de-Zionized. Like you denazified Germany, you have to de-Zionize the Jews that actually come from the region, that are not imported from Brooklyn, from Ukraine, or whatever. So those are the only people who will be able to actually stay in the Middle East and return to their countries, but they have to be de-Zionized. And now you got to unprogram them, uncondition them, and unbrainwash all these people, because they've been screwed up and poisoned with Zionism. But I want to show you this clip. I'm going to repeat it over and over again because it really conveys a particular message. It shows you the Israelis are cowards. They're not willing to fight, and it's not their land. And this was the busiest day in Ben Gurion Airport since October 7th. What does that show you? On the 2 days, on the 2 single days, that the Israelis got socked in the jaw because they picked fights they can't win with the Palestinians and with the Iranians. The prime response from them was to run away. And why were they able to run away? Because they have 2 passports and they don't come from this region. End of story. Again, YouTube demonetized my channel because I'm not allowed to say naughty things about Israel. You know, telling the truth is forbidden. So if you are able to donate a few dollars on PayPal or on a monthly basis on Patreon, please consider doing it because it would really help me continue my journalism and support independent media. So I'd be very grateful. And the links are in the description and also in the chat. Thank you guys very much again for all your donations and all your kind comments. I appreciate it very much.